What's up, guys? So this is a brief video on marriage and finding that one person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. This is something that I have a different view on because a lot of people rush into marriages out of high school and college, and sometimes it works out great. It's their high school or college sweetheart. Um, but in my personal opinion, especially like when you place a lot of value in yourself, or you've attained um, a lot of value, or you realize that you really have a choice or a potential to choose. And this isn't an arrogant thing. I feel like almost everyone can have this right to choose. You realize that you really have to think about who you're going to marry. And a lot of people get this wrong. Like, the divorce rate is like 50%. So you realize how many people get it wrong. And celebrities, a lot of celebrities, they're like, oh, I'm completely in love. And you've seen these atrocious things every single month where these celebrities get divorced after only a few minutes of marriage or a few weeks of marriage. Sometimes they last a couple years, 1 or 2 years at most. And there, it seems like everything's great, but all of a sudden it breaks apart, and it's like, what's going on? Um, these guys are rich, wealthy, successful, famous. They have great personalities. They seem fairly healthy, mentally stable. What the heck is going on? Is it simply the crazy fast life cycle, or something that's going on that they're missing? And I'm here to address that. And it's not just for the celebrities. I feel like a lot of people, the general populace, seem to be getting something wrong. And I want to address from the biggest issues to the smallest. So the first one is looks. Physical attractiveness fails with age, and that's one of the biggest things. If I remember, I'm going to post a picture in my video or in the description. If not, I will just Google. Well, I don't know if you can find it on Google, but basically it's a picture of a before and after. And what it is it was a picture of a couple when they were young, and both of them look really attractive. And then it's a picture of them old at the same exact location in the same pose. And I'm going to be honest, both of them looked atrociously ugly. No offense, but they were still in love with each other. In fact, the both of them were smiling even more, touching each other even more. You could tell they were very happy with each other, and it was just amazing. Like, they were very, very old now, and the female, everything was sagging. The male, everything was sagging as well. They were he was balding, he had gray hair and so forth, but they loved each other. And it was just, from the picture, it just, you could just tell the whole thing. And if you just saw the picture, you could just tell that physical attractiveness fades. And that's a big disparity, a huge delineation that people forget to realize. There's a whole different priority list when we're talking marriage versus short-term fling, short-term hookup, long-term boyfriend or girlfriend. There's a completely different list. There should be a completely different list, and a lot of people don't swap lists. And I definitely think, regardless, I think physical attractiveness is important. But when we're talking wife material, and I say this, I preach this, but in practice it's hard. You got to realize that personality is very, very important, and a lot of females realize this as well. So that's just one thing for those guys who are like, oh, all girls care about is looks. And I doubt that's true even for hookups or short-term relationships, but especially for wife-husband material. Maybe, and sure, there's going to be some girls and guys who place a lot of emphasis on looks, but just looks is ridiculous and stupid, because not even like, let's just say, let's 30 years into the future. I'm not talking 50 or 60 years. There will come a time when it's 50 or 60 years, but just 30 years in the future, he's gonna look ugly, or he's just gonna look disgusting, and he can't help it. He can help it a little bit by consistently working out and so forth, but like, you realize, especially for the guy, that this woman one day, and it may not even be 20 years, where she will look very much different. She may start, her boobs may start sagging, and in maybe 40 years she's got gray hair. She just, it's completely different. And you really need that personality to just brighten the day and do that sort of stuff. And I know it's hard, it's tough sometimes, especially when you're young, because when you go out there, what you'll realize is that a lot of people are average. That's what average means. It's like a bell curve. And because of this, most people don't have astounding personalities that you just connect with. It'll be that one or two people, and most people are just average